So do we do it as if? As if it's ours. The last servant in this parable of the talent, he returned to God. He returned to the master. He returned everything back to the master. My Lord. At the very least, he knew one thing, though. The very least. You know what he knew? It wasn't his. He took the money back. He took the talent back. And he said, Master, I hid it. I was afraid. So he may not be very smart in making investment. He may not have been very smart in carrying out and expanding on it. But he knew one thing. It wasn't his. And if we will get that as Christians and believers, it's not mine. It's not mine. So, okay, God, if I'm not going to do anything with it, if I'm not going to make an expansion on it, if I'm not going to be accountable, I don't want to be accountable for it, I'm just going to go back to you and say, take it from me, Lord. Take it. I don't want it. Give it to somebody else. How many of us are willing to say, Father, I don't want this. I can't do this. It's too much for me. Just take it. Use it for somebody. Let somebody else have it. But we don't tend to do that. You know why? We want to own it. But we don't want to release. Can I talk to somebody? Given. Principle number 6. We have to be willing to undergo probation. The reward of being entrusted with more based on my faithfulness. Based on my faithfulness. You're going to see in the scriptures that they were practically on probation. You use that word to adults, they would be like, who are you talking to? Right? Because when you say probation to children, children say, okay, I understand what you're saying. Children say, you're keeping me on this loop. You want to know how well I do in this perspective for me to go on to the next level. When somebody gets in trouble and they have made some progress, you then put them on probation. And you say, if you can get through this, then I can take you to another level. A lot of times when we go to our jobs, you have this particular time of probation period. Which means if you can make progress during this time, I can promote you to the next level. But a lot of times as we are going through our probational period, we get sidetracked by so many other things. And we miss out. But these guys, they stayed on their probation. Matthew chapter 25, look at verse 21 and 23. It says, his master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. What a blessing. Somebody shout, what a blessing. Sometimes we have this misconception idea of what eternal life in heaven will be like. We think of it like we're going to be just floating in the clouds and not doing anything. Hello, somebody. But I have to remind you that God says you are going to work. You are going to be active. But here's the difference between this kind of work and that kind of work. It's a joyful work. It's a work that you're going to look forward to. But depending on how you do here is how God is going to leave you in charge on there. Right? So, I want to go to heaven. You've not heard this song before. I want to go to heaven and rest. Huh? I'm tired of what? Staying down here. Huh? What's the next words? I'm tired of the troubles and trials. I want to go to heaven and rest. Let me tell you something. You are going to be in charge of doing certain things, but based on what you do here, how effective, how accountable you were here, how you dealt with your probational period, you're going to be able to realize or be involved in certain things. And there will be no jealousy. There will be no malice. There would be no grudging and there would be no mischief.